Today we're going to learn about algebraic expressions. So when computing area, you use the equation A equals L times W. What does this mean? It means area is equal to length times width. When using this equation, you have to know the length and the width to find area. So usually you would get assigned values for length. Length would be equal to 2, for example, and width would be equal to 3. And then you can use the equation to compute area. So you know that length is 2, so it would be 2 times width equals 3. So you'd have 2 times 3, and then you'd know that the area is equal to 6. So these letters are called variables. And variables are going to be used in mathematics a lot from now on, from this point. So letters like x are called variables, and numbers that don't change in the equation, like 5, are called constants. So if we have the equation 2x plus 5, this is the variable, and the 5 would be the constant. Variables are just letters that can hold values. So all the letters A through Z can be variables. The two most common variables used in algebra are probably X and Y. So you'll see these variables a lot. Now let's assign X the value of 2 and Y the value of 3, okay? And let's say that our equation is 5x plus 2. What does this equal? Well, we assigned the variable x to the value of 2. So we know that x is equal to 2. So we can rewrite this equation as, instead of 5x or 5 times x, it's 5 times 2. And I'm using the parentheses to make this more clear. So we know 5 times 2 is 10, and plus 2 is equal to 12. That's our answer. Now let's use x and y. So x, let's say it's 6, and y, let's say it's 4. So let's solve this equation. We know x is 6, so let's replace x with 6 here. And we know y is 4, so let's replace the y with the 4. And now we can solve it. 36, 6 times 6 is 36, plus 4 minus 2 is 2. And our answer is going to be 38. Pretty simple. All right, let's try this final equation here. X plus 5 divided by y divided by 3 plus z squared. Okay, looks pretty complicated. So let's plug in our values first. We have negative 2 plus 5. X equals negative 2. So we plugged in negative 2 plus 5 divided by our y value is 9. So let's replace it. 9 divided by 3 plus z squared. Z is negative 11. Now, one helpful tip for you is whenever you replace a variable with its number, you want to put parentheses around that number. Because, for example, if I didn't put a parenthesis around the negative 11, it would look like this. And there's actually a difference between negative 11 in parentheses squared versus 11 squared and then add the negative onto it. Negative 11 in parentheses squared is the same as negative 11 times negative 11. But 11 squared and then with the negative, that's 11 times 11 times a negative. So this would be equal to 121, but this one will be equal to negative 121. So always put parentheses around the variable you're replacing. So 2 minus 5 is 3. Divided by 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then the exponent would be plus 121. Now, multiplication and division always comes before addition and subtraction. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. And then plus 121 equals 122. So that's your answer.